Brand Biscuit Studio. I'm shortly going to be joined by one of my lovely clients, Destiny Livingston, out in Canada. Her company is called the House of Frizz. And I wanted to introduce you today because she has an incredible trademarking story. And I felt it would be really great to share and introduce you to some of the problems that can happen if trademarking isn't actioned early on in your business. This isn't a scaremongering tactic. This is literally just to bring you aware of some of the things that can happen by not trademarking your business, and also to give you some insight and tips. Later on, I'm going to write a little blog post to give you some feedback. But for now, I'm going to let Destiny in, and I wanted to share her tale with you because trademarking is something that I'm really passionate about from a legal perspective and protection for your business and your brand. And I recommend professionally to all of my clients. But yeah, let me just let her in and introduce you. See if she comes in. Hi. Hi, everyone. This is Destiny. I've just done a little introduction so they all know who you are and where you are from House of Frizz. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Now I think we're on the technical third time lucky on Zoom. Oh my life. But I do really want everyone to hear this story from you because it is such an incredible story, unbelievable story, really. And you are an amazing woman to carry on, keep calm, plow through it, and get to where you are today. So do you want to just give everyone a little bit of background of your story and just introduce them?
So my story sets back in 2015 when I owned my previous salon from the one I own now. And me and my friend decided that we wanted to go out together and start our own salon. So we did everything that California had required at that point. And she did not want to pay the extra couple amounts of money to trademark. So she said we didn't need a trademark. There wasn't anybody out there with our name. We weren't going to franchise. So she didn't see the point in it. So fast forward 4 years, and I have at least 500 clients on my roster. She probably has the same. The salon's booming. We're thinking about expanding because, business went good. So one day I'm just minding my business and I get this email from this lady letting me know that I was being sued and I was infringing on her trademarking for the business and that I had to take my name down and that she owned it. And at first I thought it was a joke because I was like, what? And then it started coming with death threats and people Googling me and them putting false remarks on my business and like Google, Yelp, Facebook, Instagram. I just had nasty comments. They were tearing apart the way I did hair. They were tearing apart the way my salon was built. They said that I had copied her salon because we had a very similar aesthetic. We just must have just two minds think alike, right? Because she lived on the East Coast and I lived on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And previous to that, I had owned the name for 4 years. I found out after the fact that she had changed her name in 2017. And then in 2019, she decided she was going to start a shampoo line. So whoever told her to start a shampoo line told her that she needed to trademark her name at that point, right? So instead of buying me out, she went in the attack. And it was detrimental. Yeah, it really, my now husband, I was probably in the car just bawling my eyes out, telling him that like all these people are attacking me. I don't know what's going on. This lady's suing me. She's commenting everywhere. I was like, she's attacking me. She's got photos of my kids. I was like, this is getting like way too crazy. And people are saying that they're going to fly out and my salon is public. they could just show up at any point in time.
Oh,
And like, you know, and I just was like bamboozled at that point. I had no idea what was happening. And finally I called the trademark like society or whoever they are. And I talked to the guy and he told me that I would have to go to trademark court and we'd have to battle it out since she had already applied for her application. We could also apply for our application and then go to court and decide who was going to own it. But at that point, I ended up just walking away from everything, my 500 clients, my business for the last 4+ years. And I up and moved countries and just let it go.
oh my God, Destiny. I I know we've heard this and we've talked about this, but I still feel like for you,
I know.
I guess at that point where you've had so much investment, personal investment into your own business, not just from money, but from an emotional sense and from growing that business. If you'd gone through that trademarking process at that point, there was no guarantee you were going to get through. So you're going to spend money at that point and still not know. Equally, there was a lot of stress and have to go and face to face to that person and deal with all of that. And then once all that, even if you did go through, you're going to have that whole experience tainted. All of that stuff on their internet profiles tainted you. And it must have just been a very hard decision to make, to just leave. But wow, I mean, I can see why you did. I mean,
there wasn't any coming out of it from there because she had already smeared our name so much. And then her clients were tagging us in posts on the internet. And I just there was no way to get out from underneath it. Basically, she got what she wanted and she bullied her way through and took over my business. Essentially, she stole it out from underneath me.
Wow.
It was mine. And she took it.
Oh,
she has it because I never went and fought her. So she won. At the end, I finally had to give her own lawsuit because it was getting pretty crazy and detrimental. And after I issued the lawsuit, I just never heard from her again.
Wow.
She
and at this point, you're now, oh, wow. Well, that just shows people, you don't,
she never came back. Both salons are still open because I ended up walking away. So my business partner at the time ended up taking over, and that was her name for the salon. It wasn't my name. I was just going along with the name. So she still has the name to this day, and so does the other people. And I don't know what's happening.
Washed your hands of that now.
Yeah, I washed my hands of that, and I left. I started from scratch with you.
Yeah. Yes, I know, right? Just so after all of that, you decided it would be a good idea to not only move countries, but you're going to start up a new salon in a new country in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, girl, hats off to you for that. I mean, that's like, I mean, if that's not determination or inspiring to anyone watching this video, I don't know what is, because that's next level. And
hard work and payoff. If you put your mind to it, I guess you can do it.
Yeah, for sure. But I remember literally the first thing after we met and we had a little Zoom call, because obviously you're based in Canada, I'm in the UK. And we can't physically meet in person at the moment, so particularly in COVID. But I remember you saying, Christina, I don't care what we do, how we do it, but I need to understand trademarking and you need to give advice.
Yeah, and that was the first thing. That was it. I was like, I don't care what we do, trademarking first. I don't care how much money it takes. This is my story. The lady stole my other salon basically out from underneath me. And I never want that to happen again.
No.
I learned a hard lesson and I learned it very hardly.
Yeah, I mean, harsh lesson.
Because that salon was built on other salons. So I'd worked 8 years in that city, right? And I had taken all those people from a different salon to this salon. So it was like my entire career was built up to this point. And she basically pulled the rug out from underneath me.
Oh my God. I know, I can't even add my words.
My sign for my building was like 10 feet in the air. And she wanted that down, all my branding, everything in print, everything for the last
that's
4+
true. Yeah,
years.
of course, you would not only have invested in the salon and your clients, but you would have invested in the branding, the marketing, the website, all of that money you've invested into your business, not just.
She wanted all of it. And she wanted all of it to be taken down.
And that's 4 years after. So you've launched the business. You're
4
already
years
thinking everything's hunky-dory. You didn't trademark it because you just thought, well, I just didn't need to.
Well, we just didn't need to. And boom, guess you needed to, because you don't own shit if you don't trademark it.
Like, that should be a new tag. I'm gonna use that tagline somewhere.
Well, you really don't. It doesn't matter, because I was registered in California, but she didn't live in California, right? So she trademarked for the entire United States.
Right. Yeah.
So that means that I was included in that, unfortunately.
So learning from that experience, obviously we went through the process, but how did you find the process? Because I think a lot of people, when they're deciding, shall I or shan't I mean, there's lots of reasons why people can't, but sometimes people think, one, it's hugely expensive, or they get put off with the fact that they don't really know how to do it, what to do, and things like that. So, I mean, how was the process for you? How did you find it?
Yeah, it was actually really simple, to be honest. I just said, we finally found a name. They did the searches. They gave me a percentage on going forward, what the factor would be on someone challenging the trademark name. And it was really low. So we went forward. I paid for the extra searches, just to be clear. Just to be clear, making sure. I was like, if y'all ever come for me, I was like, look at all these. I've
got it for the world, baby.
I got all of it, baby. I have it. It's in the salon. Like anybody, I'm like, here it is. Look, I keep it printed out at this point.
So that registered mark on all your branding is probably like, you're like, here it is, my baby.
Yeah, this is my baby. You see that little R right there? That's mine.
So the process was really straightforward though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You went through with a legal team. You didn't do it yourself, did you?
No, I went with a legal team, and which is great, because right now Canada, because of COVID, they've been really behind, and they've also changed some of their legal requirements. And if I would have submitted the papers on my own, I may have not known that. And so the legal team came back just a couple weeks ago, letting me know that they have updated my trademark application, that Canada has not looked at it yet, and that they are going to continue to monitor it to make sure that all of the sections and everything's up to date. So which is really nice, because I only paid them a one fee 2 years ago at this point. And they're still working on it, and they're still actively on it, which is great.
Which is hugely reassuring, because you can sleep at night and you can
turn up to work every day.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I did all the hard work. I gave them my money, and it was worth it. I was like, I would pay it every time.
Well, good for you. Well, I'm honestly, I couldn't be more proud of, an independent businesswoman standing up and just going, you know what? Thank you. I'm going to do it properly.
Yeah, I cried about that.
Other businesses, other life, it doesn't matter. You've learned, you've moved forwards, and you have a great brand. You have a beautiful new business. I know y'all can see you in your salon right now, so that must feel really good.
It is nice. This is protected. I don't have to worry about giving it to somebody.
No. Oh God, or somebody taking it.
Or them just taking it, basically, physically just taking it. Yeah, she just took it. There's basically nothing I could do about it.
No. Well, I cannot even tell you how grateful I am for you to share this story, because I hope it's inspired a few people today, because I always get the questions is oh, do I need to trademark my logo? Do I need to trademark my branding, my brand name? And I'm like, everyone's like, I have to professionally say yes, because that is my duty as a professional to give you the best recommendation. And I cannot make people do or not do, but to hear your story will really inspire people, I hope.
I hope so too, y'all. It's worth the money. Just do it.
Well, anyway, I will leave you be. Thank you so much for telling me the tale, and I really look forward. I really hope I can get out to Canada and see you and give you an actual real hug.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Internet hug.
Yeah, internet hug. All right, girls. Speak to you soon. You take care of yourself. I'm going to stop the recording now, everybody. So thank you very much. I'm Christina at Brand Biscuit. House of Frizz. Check her out. And we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.